record on this, lock this. Ta-da. 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 Oh, this is definitely coming in. Then welcome back to another episode of V-Time, episode 175. I got a special guest again.
Hello.
This guy that went 4-4 in standard, but actually carried us in V.
I mean, I kind of carried also in standard.
You won the games that you were supposed to win.
Exactly. That's all that matters. All that wins matters.
But your personal score was 4-4.
And a 1.
Actually, yeah.
It's 4-4 and 1.
Yeah. We're not going to talk about that.
Don't go over in the 1.
If you want to know what's happened, watch the vlog. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. We got a good amount of leaks closing out set 11. Not quite closing out because next week we're going to see Ezel. But a good amount of cards.
I don't think we are.
Yeah, Tuesday.
Are they? Because the only things I see are Toko Run
No, that's Tuesday and Thursday. But we are seeing Ezel Tuesday. Okay. That's for later though. Anyway, before we go too much into rambling, if you're interested in any cards from TCG Player, please use our affiliate link down below. Purchases through this link will support the channel so we can bring more great content like this straight to you guys. And with that scripted part of the way, let's go straight into leaks. Starting us off with some Stoicheia cards that are meant for Maelstrom. Now, one thing that set 11 introduced right away is the fact that it's not only supporting a lot of random stuff and good stuff and the ride lines inside of itself, but it's also supporting a lot of the old stuff, especially set 8 cards.
What do you mean specifically set 8 cards?
Maelstrom, Minerva, Soja Doji.
Yeah, the encounter, mainly an encounter stuff.
Yeah.
And there's like random archive support.
Yeah, Lukier.
Isn't this also the set, or was that set 10 where they randomly gave support for our budget archetypes, boss monsters?
No, that's this set.
Okay, so that's also a thing. Like randoms, boss unit from set 3, set 4, and set 2 or something. Suddenly got
and the new ride lines and the new glitters.
And made an archetype out of it, apparently.
Bro, this set is just doing everything.
Yeah.
And speaking of, we got a double rare, grade 1 from Maelstrom, Tier Knight Lyricils. That is, nothing changed in reading.
It's not Lyricils.
Lyricils.
Kliss.
Kliss, whatever.
K-L-I-S, Kliss.
Well, the effect kills. Because its effect is auto. When this unit is placed on rearguard, if you have a Vanguard with only Aquaforce for its clan, discard a card from your hand, search your deck, or drop for up to 1 Blue Storm Armada card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and if you search your deck, shuffle your deck. Now you might think a -1 for a +1 is not bad, because this is also technically a +1 back to board.
Yeah, because the Armada gives you a new unit to the field. And the thing is, you want to have as many Armadas aboard because you're going to give units more power. Because for some freaking reason, they decided to make Armadas bad in the sense that it gets 5k for every other Armada.
Just remove the other word and it's fine.
It's fine. So this is a much needed card.
But in all honesty, as much as this is the double rare and it's not a bad effect, I'm pretty sure this was supposed to be the double rare. We've got a grade 3 rare for Maelstrom. That's a generic card for every deck.
Which is very strangely worded in the skills that makes everybody confused the way it works.
Exactly, and that's what we're here to completely explain. We've got Getting Wave Dragon.
Wait. Say that again.
What?
The name?
Gatling Wave Dragon.
In Getting Waves. I'm good, my guy. No, it's fucking get to the chopper, Gatling gun.
Anyway, Gatling Wave Dragon. His ability is auto rearguard when this unit attacks. If it is the 5th battle of this turn or more, and then you have a Vanguard with Maelstrom in its card name, this unit gets 10k, making it a 23k attacker until the end of that battle.
Full stop.
Full stop. That's the important part here, yeah. At the end of that battle, retire this unit, draw a card. Why does the full stop matter? You don't have to fulfill the first conditions to get the retire draw.
No. You do need to get some of the conditions because it needs to be when it attacks in the field.
Well, when this unit attacks. No. Just when this unit attacks. That's the only condition. True. It just needs to attack. Yeah. The second it attacks, retire draw.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true. It's just attack, draw.
Yeah. So for every Stoicheia deck, it is a attack, retire, draw card.
It's not an inlet.
No, it's not soul draw, but it's and not tied to fourth battle. It's just retire draw. Bro, throw this in Maggie with inlet. You have a whole board that just swings and runs away.
Yeah.
But for Maelstrom, 23k attacker, not bad.
Yeah, but it's also iffy in Maelstrom because it itself doesn't generate an extra attack, so it's still reliant on other stuff. But it does allow you to draw into other cards that allow you to keep these. You probably can play this.
This is a really good card.
It's a tier dragons that also synergizes with your other stuff, so that's the thing.
This is a really good card for a last battles, because honestly, it still does need fifth battle. So this is the card you wheel assault. This is the card that swings last.
Yeah.
This is like, in my opinion, Inlet is still better than this card in Maelstrom because Inlet can put the soul, call out a soul, and get you 2 swings, and then still get to.
No, Inlet doesn't give you 2 swings.
For Maelstrom, it does.
No, because the restand is Flagberg specific.
No, Maelstrom.
Yeah.
Call out a soul, give it the ability on the first battle, restands.
You can also restand this.
No, how the hell are you going to put this in soul?
There are probably other cards allowed to do stuff.
Not right now.
Probably there are.
Not consistently. Inlet is consistently.
Fair.
That's why I like Inlet. Like, you put one down into turn 3, and then after that, you're always going to have something that not only swings twice, but also draws you a card.
What skill does it call out the soul to give it the reset?
Maelstrom. Discard a card, choose a card from your soul, call it a rear, give it the ability. When this unit attacks, this is the first battle, restand this unit for a counterblast.
Oh, the one with Tear Dragon or Aqua Force restriction.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Maelstrom,
fair.
The Vanguard.
Fair.
Regardless, this card is still good. Any deck that can put in a grade 3 that's literally just attack, retire, draw is honestly good. Moving on, however, I'll let you talk about my favorite deck.
Yeah, so Philip, what do you think this name is of this card? Let's see if you can...
No, that's why I gave it to you.
Okay, so this is Fulfiller of Spherical Harmony. So this is not a great Bermuda Triangle card. This is you could say Link Joker Brandgate card, a great one. It is technically Link Joker because I believe this is the Messiah support card.
Oh, 100% is.
So, unlike Chronojet, Messiah actually gets good support because it's a great one, which has a skill. Although, when this unit is retired from the Guardian Circle, cost Soul +1 and call this unit to an open backward rearguard circle as rest. So you can guard with it early game and still get value of it because it's Soul Blast, so it doesn't cost a counter blast. You can even do it on turn 1 essentially.
Yep.
And then it also has the effect on a rearguard circle at the end of the battle that the unit is boosted. If your Vanguard is grade 4, put this unit into your soul, choose one of your units, and it gets power +5k until the end of turn. There are 2 reasons why this card is insane. The 5k power, it doesn't really matter. It's a nice added bonus. But the main thing about this is the fact that this card, 1, fixes one major issue of Messiah. Even if your opponent clears your board, you can now start your turn with the unit on the field, so you can use your stride effect because you can guard with this, so it calls to the field at the end of the last attack of your opponent's turn. On top of that, this also generates soul.
Yeah, it takes away soul to put itself on rear, but it gets you that soul back.
Yeah, but that soul ability you only use if it's needed. In the case you don't need it, it's a +1 on soul.
Bro, guard with it against a deck that's not going to mid-battle retire something. Perfect. Here's my unit. Like you said, I got my locker if they retire my board. I got a soul that I can then soul blast and draw. I'm golden.
Yeah, because at the same time, it clears your board. So against like Gandiva, you give them less value. And because at the end of the turn, you get the soul, you can immediately soul blast it to draw more cards.
Exactly.
So
it's a beautiful card. I can't wait to test it out.
I wish Chronojet got a card like that.
You got a good card. Shut up.
It's not this level.
It is.
No.
No, you're just salty.
No.
Yes.
I want my melon.
Read the grade 3.
We've got Anomalation. No, another Philip.
Bruh.
Anomalous Pulsar Dragon.
Bro.
This is a grade 3.
Rare.
Yeah. It has the skill continues to regular circle when this unit attacks. If you drop, this is the order package thing. Okay, so all regular circle when this unit attacks. If your drop stone has 2 or more blitz orders, cost counter +1, and until the end of that battle, this unit attacks will hit regardless of power if the sum of the shield of your opponent's guardian is 15 or greater.
Yeah, it's not.
So basically, this can hit regardless, but this does not overcome Perfect Guards.
Nope.
Because Perfect Guards just prevent your opponent from hitting. This is just basically, if they hard guard, you can still go through it. Which is neat, but Blitz Orders aren't that prevalent in Brandgate. You don't have that many good options. It does come with a new Blitz Order, but it's not that amazing. to say you can run this.
So the only times cards like this are good is if it's hitting the exact number, let's say 13 on 13, and they don't have an interceptor.
Yeah.
Because now you're forcing your opponent to overguard something that did not require that amount of shield.
Yeah, this is basically just a guard with 15k, aka trigger.
Yeah.
Just guard with a trigger and the effect does nothing.
So it's pointless to power up because you're not going to do anything. They can still PG it. So the only time this card is good is if you're swinging exact number to exact number.
Yeah. Which doesn't happen all too often.
No.
Because it either means you're not using your resource to power up your board, which then means you're not doing anything.
No.
Or you're doing that and then you hit a defensive.
Yeah.
Then what's the card going to do? Sure, it can still hit, but they can still say, okay, either you're going to waste the counterless pinging damage or they're going to use a trigger for mana.
Oh, wait a minute. And oh, yeah. This card is good in one aspect.
And what then?
Oh, my opponent
hit the OT.
My opponent hit the OT. Swing. Unless you put down 15k shield and waste cards out of hand, this is still going to hit your OT.
But depending on the deck, you wasting a counterblast can also hurt you more.
Exactly.
So it depends where it comes into play. Like it has some niche applications, but it's not a.
Put this card in the deck. Look at this rare being played everywhere.
It's not. It doesn't. Not every deck fits this shoe.
Exactly. All right, moving on. We got some fun stuff to talk about because we're going to talk about cards in the Tuesday stream. I'm going to cover the cycle. You're going to cover the spice. Don't worry, I'll cue in. Anyway, we saw a cycle supports set in set 11 with blitz orders, normal orders, so forth. And now it's Dragon Empire's turn, and this one revolves around normal orders because we got a grade 1 double rare beat up Draco Kid. Thank you. That says continuous rearguard. If you played a normal order this turn, this unit gets power 5k, as we've seen with these grade 1s for normal orders. And as such, it also has the ability auto. When this unit is placed on rearguard, counterblast 1, search your deck or drop for up to 1 a serious fight. Reveal it, put it into your hand, and if you searched the deck, shuffle the deck. Now, you might be asking, what is a serious fight?
Give us a second. Let's do a showcase.
Bruh. Bruh, you don't stand a chance. You wouldn't last 2 seconds against me.
I just go for the low blow. I just hope that that's enough to tackle you, so I can run out of the door.
You do realize if the low blow doesn't work, you're in striking distance of my legs that are the size of your head.
That's why I say, I aim for a low blow with full power. You go down for 1 second. I can make it to the door.
Yeah, you hope. Anyway, a serious fight. It is a normal order grade 2 that goes, play this with Soul Blast 1, as we've seen these orders do. Choose one of your opponent's front row rear guards and retire it. At the end of the turn, discard a card from your hand, choose a serious fight from your drop, and put it into your hand. I do like the fact that these things are basically just keep recycling themselves back over and over and over and over and over again.
It is neat. I just wish it was a blitz order.
Oh, you wanted the blitz order for Dragon Emperor?
No, I mean that this effect wasn't a blitz order.
Oh, fuck the Denial Griffin.
Because it's a serious fight.
Bruh.
This is just a generic retire effect we've seen time and time again. It would have been crazy if that was a Denial Griffin.
Bruh.
I would love that.
Anyway, as per usual with these cycles, they got a triple rare that kind of works with them but doesn't, but it's generic enough to work in any deck. In this case, we got Drag Ritter Latifa. It is a grade 2 triple rare, like all of them have been, and goes auto when this card is placed on rearguard other than by a unit card's ability, so by hand or order. If you played a normal order this turn, Soul Blast 1, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 card with grade less than or equal to your Vanguard from among them, reveal a call to rearguard, and if it's a unit card, put it into your hand if it's a normal order. So as per usual, and then shuffle your deck. As per usual, it's the same. It's basically a +1 on board. Soul Blast 1 +1 on board.
Yeah.
Its second ability, however, is Auto Rearguard. When this unit attacks a grade 3 or greater unit, this unit gets power 5 until the end of that battle for each of your opponent's rearguards in this open rearguards in the same column as this unit. So at max, this can be a 20k attacker on its own.
Yeah.
Which is honestly not bad.
It's decent.
I might honestly try putting this in Eugene, because in Eugene you play normal orders. It's the best harvest. You retire a shit ton of your opponent's rearguard, so it's always going to be at 20k. I can see potential. Plus it's the board.
Yeah, and it uses a resource that Eugene can build up easily.
Exactly. It's not a bad card inside of Eugene.
Or you can just use it in Vanquish. in Vermilion.
Vermilion, yeah.
This
Vermilion
works
also,
perfectly
yeah.
for Vermilion as well.
Vermilion does have a soul problem a little bit. It wants the soul charge as much as possible to use its other soul abilities, but if you can manage the soul, you're fine.
I mean, you use the one that you have a card that's soulless to draw a card.
Or bind.
Yeah, but I think using one soul to also +1 is way better.
Yeah. Options. First thing Vermilion players need to do is find that order.
They get that one.
Yeah, but once they use it, it's over.
They can use it twice.
Yeah, if they don't look, Alex played it. He discarded it and then saw a second one and it was struggles. All right.
He just don't discard it if you don't have a second one.
Bro, okay. Moving on. Now it's for him time to cover the spice.
I already talked about this.
Good, you can just reverberate.
It's not spice. It's okay. It's okay. It's the new Tamayura one. It's the Will-O-Wisp Daybreak Tamayura. It's in the same vein as the other glitter support grade freeze upgrades, whatever you want to call them. She has two effects. One of them is being auto when this unit is placed by riding from Deepening Night Tamayura, aka the original one. Search your deck or drop for up to one order card without regular piece, reveal it, put it into your hand, and if you search your deck, shuffle the deck, activate Persona Ride. So this is neat in the sense that you have an order engine here. You can search at any order, so you can play one of the orders. You have two Fox Arts, the Blitz Order, and the new one from set 8. But you also have Broken Toys. You can search out. This could also potentially search out other generic Dragon Empire orders if you want to run those, or they become really good. That works with Tamayura to some
Serious fight.
Good ones that work with the engine. And because you also can grab them from drop, you could potentially run one-offs of better cards like Broken Toys. Maybe you don't need to run 4-offs anymore because this can reoccur.
Bro, you're not wrong. Holy shit.
So that also makes the deck a bit cheaper. So that's are nice things that allow it to be a bit flexible, but not too impactful. It just it's a +1 essentially.
Yeah.
That can turn into more pluses depending on what you get. But then she also has another effect, which is the better version of her original skill, which is Auto Vanguard Circle. Once you attacks a Vanguard cost, bind the Deepening Night Tamayura from your soul, choose up to one card with Rimuri or Ramarine's card name from your soul, come to the Vanguard Circle, and they get power plus 5k until you have a turn. At the end of the turn, write this card bound with this cost as rest.
Hold on. Bound with cards. Hold on.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
So basically you call out both the grade 1.
No.
Yeah.
Choose up to one
card each.
Oh, each. There's the word. There's the word I was losing.
Each. With the Rimuri. So you can call out a combination of the grade 1 and the 2, both grade 2s, so both grade 1s. Ideally, you want to call out both grade 2s, that the one soul blast to either put something to soul by your opponents or draw a card to.
If you do the full combo and be Counterblast heavy, you call out the 2 grade 2s. The one Soul Blast 2 draws a card. You Soul Blast the 2 grade 1s. You Counterblast 2 to call the 2 grade 1s, and you got full board.
Yeah, one of them will eventually countercharge, but it's only once per turn.
Exactly.
The great thing is, that's Counterblast heavy. This skill, as you probably have noticed, is free. It doesn't cost your Counterblast. And the original Tamayura has a continuous effect that's given to the player, not to the Vanguard, that gives passive 5k power.
So yeah, it's always 15k to the board.
It's always plus 15k to the front row, which is great for making better numbers.
Remind me again, original Tamayura was a CB?
Yeah.
Oh, this is much better. Holy shit.
It's on attack CB. The only difference is this one cannot high roll. And what I mean with that is that this one needs to remove a Tamayura in order to activate this skill. Mm-hmm. The original one was just on attack counter +1. So if you hit the Dragon Empire OT, this thing's restand, you cannot pay the cost again.
Well, you could if you run multiple Tamayuras.
There's no way you're going to have 2 Tamayuras in Soul.
It says, bro, this whole deck is based off of Soul Charge specific pieces.
Yeah, but you're just not going to do that. That's very unreliable.
Well, then run multiple
Also, you don't have the room to do that.
Yeah, fair.
Because you already...
No, actually, you do. What you pointed out a little while ago, you don't have to play as many orders now because of this.
True, but you're also playing one extra card because you're running 4 copies per deck of decks.
Like, if it was up to me, like, look at this one. Let's do a real quick math. 30 cards in deck, not counting round line, right? Not counting round line and triggers. You got 30 cards in deck to work with, right?
Yeah.
So 4 of them are PG, so you're brought down 26. 4 of them are this, so you're brought down to 22. If you play 4 of all the rear me around me, that's 16 cards. Yeah. At 22, you got 8 cards to work with.
Yes.
Let's say one of them is a Regulus piece. I don't know which one. None of them really work, so let's take it out. So you got 8 cards.
And you're not playing Regulus piece in the deck because you play so many other orders.
Yeah, but so you got, 6. No, 8. No, 6. It says 16, right? At 22. So you got 6 cards to work with. Yeah. I personally would run 4 Broken Toys because that order is fucking busted. So that leaves you with 2 flex spots.
which will probably be the other order as well. Because that other order from set 1 allows you to build a board.
Yeah.
Whereas Broken Toys does not allow.
That's why I'm talking about. You run maybe 1-2 of it, because the second you ride it doesn't matter if it's in drop or soul, drop or deck, you get it.
But the chance of getting that one-off is very unlikely. And then that means you're relying on 2 one-offs to hit in the right time at the same moment.
What do you mean 2 one-offs?
You're running 1 copy of the original Grade 3 to get it in soul. For the OT, to do the skill again.
Fuck the OT. Nobody plays for the OT.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what I said. This doesn't have a high competition for the OT. And the other one does.
Fair, whatever.
The other one does.
Well, then play the new Elemental OT. It's even better.
No, because the Dragon Empire OT is just better.
Well, you just said it wouldn't be that good in this.
Keep in mind, this is... and the timing does, because it's on attack, so it could, potentially. Yeah, the new one could work with Tamura, but I think the Dragon Empire is just...
It's good. It's 2+2 cards. Whatever. It's not a bad upgrade. And I always question myself with these cards because all of... Like, Royal makes sense, bind, re-ride.
Royal is good. Yeah, Chaos is ridiculous.
Okay, so let's really quick go through because we got all of them. So Tamura's whole bind thing is the only weird one just because how Tamura works.
Yeah, Tamura is fine. It's an upgrade. Yeah. It's an upgrade to the deck, but it's not in the same caliber as some of the other ones we got.
Because it's meant to work that way because of how Tamura just works. Not Tamura, sorry, Thegria works in general. I was talking about Thegria. Thegria is the only one that's different in how it binds.
Yeah, but Thegria is kind of nutty.
Exactly. And then it also stays in bind, which just makes sense for that.
Yeah.
Roa made sense to bind and re-ride because the
offense and defense.
Exactly. Tamura actually does make sense to ride and re-ride because of the whole plus 5k to yourself. Just getting that extra 5k to the front.
Yeah, it's literally just a 5k.
Yeah.
That's all where it comes into
Which
play.
in my case, honestly, that's more than enough. Plus 15 to the front row, fuck yeah. Eva makes no sense. Why you're rebinding back to the old one? Other than the Counterblast one, I don't know if you can Brewer Sonoride, you're really not doing anything. Because it's on place, get an order. But other than that, it's free go.
Yeah, honestly, Eva 1 doesn't really... it doesn't make sense yet.
No, you get no benefits.
Eva's new version is really good because you get free stuff from the drop, which was the main thing of the deck.
And in all honesty, Chaos's new version also makes no sense. Why bind and rewrite? You're not getting really anything out of the rewrite. But Chaos's is just stupid.
Yeah.
I played with fans at the end of the tournament Sunday. I played how many games? Like 6, 7 in a row with Chaos?
Probably more than you should have.
Pretty much. Bro, we were having a blast. Everybody lost to Chaos, but I was having a blast, and I'm hoping everybody else was also.
To be fair, you need to explain that you were playing 3 sets ahead. You were playing with a deck.
Two.
You were playing with a deck.
2 sets ahead. 2 sets ahead.
You were playing with a deck that isn't even legal in Japan.
2 sets ahead.
3.
Bro, we're about to get set 10 and Festival. That's 2.
Yeah, and this is set 11 that you were playing with.
Yeah, that's 2 sets ahead.
No, 3.
Bro, wait a week. It's going to be 2. Anyway, before this conversation goes any further, we got to move on. All right?
Are you tired of the same old lame deck boxes cramping your style? Are you tired of complex designs confusing you in your day-to-day life? Does the carpet not match the drapes? Well, no longer. Introducing Zero Damage Deck Boxes. Form-fitting, functional, and pleasing to the eyes. Match with your favorite units. Hold all of your cards and dice. Your taxes too difficult? Use them to file them. You can even wash your car. Clean your body with them. Clean that dirty body. You know what it is. And so much more. You can find all of these hot hits and more at ZeroDamageGaming.com. Use promo code TOPDeckHeroes at checkout for a discount. Not responsible for damage to product when washing in shower or car.
We got a funny mechanic inside of set 11 with 3 cards with our rares, commons, and such. Actually, they're all commons, I think.
Oh, it's this free of course. It's so weird. This is so weird.
It is, but I love it. I love weird shit. We're starting off with a grade 3.
I think this is like a Dark States thing because it's the second time the Dark State got this. Nor the Nation got this.
No. Because because everything else got something to support a random Vanguard-centric grade 3.
Isn't there like in a previous set where there was also a trio of common cards that work together?
2. It was the guy that said Soul Blast 6 grade 0s and give Soul Charge 6 and give 6 units 10k power.
No, I believe there was like 3 girls or something in grade 1, grade 2, or grade 3.
You're thinking about Cleaning Sisters and Brain Gate.
No. I'm not. I'm talking about something else, but I don't.
You might be thinking about the Keter ones, the Divine Sisters.
No. It wasn't something Dark States like.
Well, until you remember, I'm going to read this Dark States one. We got Battle Rogue of the Swift Hulk Demonic Realm. It is a grade 3 common that goes something along the lines of auto rearguard when this unit is boosted by Tiny Devil of the Swift Hulk Demonic Realm. I don't think they can see him.
They can, because I can see it in the reflection.
Well, they can't. There's a card hovering over us right now. Cost rest a Devil Knight of the Swift Hulk Demonic Realm. Soul Charge 1. And this unit gets power 10k critical +1 until the end of that battle. So it's basically a 23k double critical swinger on rearguard.
That degenerates soul.
Exactly. Now we got to talk about the other two. First, we got to talk about Devil Knight of the Swift Demonic Realm. This is the card you rest for the cost of the grade 3. His ability is auto front row rearguard. When this unit is rested for the cost of the ability of your Battle Rogue of the Swift Hulk Demonic Realm, I am going to regret putting that on a card. Counterblast 1, stand this unit. That's it. And then auto rearguard. When this unit stands by a card's ability, this unit gets power 5k until the end of turn. I do want to point out, this is a 15k in this combo deck, but in anything that can restand rearguards in Dark States, this is a 15k attacker. He's also there. Bro, you can 15k attack with Bruce with this.
I mean, sure, but doesn't any other grade 2
I know.
So that's why.
Okay. Anyway, that's not it. The grade 3 needs to be boosted by something, and that was Tiny Devil of Swift Hulk Demonic Realm. It's a grade 1 common 8k. Auto, when this unit is placed on rearguard, Soul Blast 1. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 unit card with Swift Hulk Demonic Realm in its card name from among them, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. So this card just finds the other 2 or itself.
Yeah.
It's a good card.
It's okay.
I want to try building a deck with this engine and see if it even is decent.
Should I give you an idea of what deck this should go into?
Is it the Bastion one?
No.
Okay.
How can it be the Bastion one if this is Dark States?
The Dark States Bastion one. The guy that says, the amount of grade 3s in my soul, I do shit.
Oh, no. I was more thinking of, depending on how the skills work, I believe it doesn't have...
Griffagira?
No.
Oh.
Lukier.
Huh?
She can call them out all at the same time. Get all their own plays.
Yeah, but you need to put them in soul first. Bro, that's actually hard to do.
You can just call them to the field, and Lukier puts them at the end of the turn into the soul, potentially, for drawing more cards. And then pop them out to get their effect. This is essentially Gear Cat you can use over and over and over again.
Hey, I'll test it out, but...
And Lukier, you have to grade 2. I don't even know if she's a Pale Moon restricted. There is a card that allows you to pop something in and call something out again.
Yeah.
So you can call 2 of these and keep plussing.
I don't remember if it's Pale Moon. I think she's Pale Moon only. Yeah, she calls Pale Moon only.
Just check out some of those cards, because I think there might be potential with Lukier, because they're all grade 2, grade 3, and grade 1.
I'll think about it. But overall...
What other boss monster interaction?
Griffagira!
No!
Bro, you already... You got a double crit Vanguard. Why not have a double crit rearguard?
No!
Why not?
Because the decks suck.
We'll make them good.
This will not make it good.
We will try making it good.
And you will fail.
To be fair, this needs to boost the grade 3 for the grade 3 to do things.
Yeah.
So the grade 3 gains 10k. This is an 8k. That's a 31k double critical column. That's not bad.
It's not bad. But it will cost you quite a lot of resources.
Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1 for both the grade 2 and the grade 1. And honestly, I've forgotten. No, he's free.
And he's soul charge.
And he's soul charges. So the deck is actually just CB1.
Do you need to use the grade 2 in order to get the effect of the grade 3 to get a crit?
Yes, you need. No, you can just rest him and not restand him. So he's even free for you if you want to. So it's not bad, honestly. You can't have 2 of them, sadly, because the grade 2 needs to be in front row. No, wait a minute. Holy phone. What? When it's going to boost rest a... Oh, God, you can have 2 of these. No, you can't because there's no way to get the other one. Yeah, your board state is not ready for this. Because this has to be boosted by the grade 1 and it has to rest the grade 2. The only way you can have 2 of these is to have 2 grade 1s and then you only have 1 slot and you can't restand the grade 2 because he's not in the front row. So if you can find a way to call a new grade 2...
Does this, when the unit is boosted by the Devil Sword, so that's the grade 1?
That's the grade 1.
Rest the Devil Knight. Yeah, but the Devil Knight can restand itself,
But
right?
only in the front row. So that's why you can't have 2 of these in the front row.
No, I found it. I already gave you the answer. It's Pale Moon. Just pay Pale Moon Premium. Get the Excel circles.
Moving on.
Get the Excel circles. The problem is fixed.
Bro, just read some Dragon Empire cards, would you?
There's no name. Okay, there's a name. Stealth Fiend Isaso. Yeah, Isaso.
Yeah.
It's a grade 2. It's a double rare. If I believe seen it correctly. Yeah,
It's double rare for Sojo.
It's Shoujo Doji support.
Yeah.
Although when the unit is placed in the regular circle, if you have a Vanguard with Shoujo Doji in this card name, which is essentially is that the entire
It
line?
is the entire right line.
Cost counter plus 1. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 unit card with stealth in its card name from among them. Reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle the deck. When the unit's put from the regular circle into the soul during your turn, choose a face-up card from your opponent's bind zone. Put it on the bottom of their deck. Choose one of your Vanguards and get power plus 5 until the end of the turn. So it's essentially a plus engine.
Yep.
That you can reoccur with the whole bind, play something. And I believe so. Joji's grade 3 is like put the soul, call something new, right?
Yeah, basically it's counter plus 1. Choose 2 of your rear guards, put them into soul. Choose a card from your bind zone, call it the rear guard.
Or put the soul cards bind, call something. Because I remember him binding stuff from his soul.
Yeah, he binds first,
then
to activate abilities,
and then goes to soul.
and then counter plus 1, put 2 cards into soul, call something from bind zone.
So this is basically you call from bind, get the effect, or just call from hand essentially.
Yeah, but it's not even just a plus 1. It's a deck thin plus 1, which is fucking
For
stupid.
stealth, which is essentially anything in the deck.
Bro, the deck already like you ride on grade 1, you deck fin 2. You ride on grade 2, you deck fin 2. You already run Forktail that just deck thins to soul charge you, and now you're running a counter plus 1 plus the hand to deck thin you.
Forktail is stealth or glitter.
I think.
Yeah, because I remember Forktail originally being played in Tamariura.
Yeah.
I believe she's stealth or glitter top
Which
7.
she can still be ran in Tamariura and put grade 3 Tamariura into soul.
No.
You can run 2 less of the grade 1 rear arena armies to make space.
Just no. You're not playing the card anymore.
Overall, it's a really good card for Shoujo Doji. It bumps up the Vanguard to give him a little bit more power. It's a good plus engine. The deck doesn't really CB that much. The Vanguard's the only thing that really CBs next to the grade 1.
This is essentially if you want to filter more, you can filter more.
Exactly. This, however, is another double rare for technically Shoujo Doji.
It's I need to interpret those words because there now I have the whole name. Stealth Rogue of Chain Road Kagechika. And Kagechika has the effect, although when the unit's placed on a regular circle, choose a card with stealth in its card name from your drop. You may put it into your soul. This is great because now you have ways to get shit back in the game.
Yep.
And it also doesn't deck.
They really didn't need this, but fuck it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And it also has the skill auto regular circle when your auto unit is placed in a regular circle from a bind zone. If you Vanguard Shoujo Joji in this card name cost, put this unit into your soul and draw a card.
They really didn't need this.
That's pretty good.
That's fucking good.
It's you cycle, but you can generate soul while cycling, and because it goes to soul, you fill your resource to bind more stuff, and you can use it on places.
Bro, this is triple real good.
Yeah, this is pretty good, and it's double. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think it's a double rare because Joji is like not a main archetype.
Yeah, but he got another double rare. This is like 2 double rares that are name specific for him.
Yeah, but it's the same that Flagberg got 2 double rares in the previous set wave.
Ah, fuck yeah. Where's this slow for Archive, huh?
Archive got some love in this set.
1 double rare, not 2.
It's a good
And
card.
Tamagiri didn't even get a double rare.
Yeah, that's my main issue. Tamagiri didn't get any support. It's just a new Tamagiri, which is
Anyway, we're gonna move on to the next card. Wait, is this more? Yeah, there's more. It's still your turn.
This is Stealth Dragon Dual Wielder.
Yay.
Does it? Oh yeah, it's dual wielding sword. Okay. So his skill is auto rigor circle when his unit attacks. If you have Vanguard with Shoujo, okay, more Shoujo support.
Yeah, at least
But
this is a rare.
Cost card plus 1 and bind another rear guard. That's
Yeah.
new. That they don't typically bind. This is more atypical of Gandiva.
Yeah.
Choose a face-up card from your opponent's bind zone and you may put... Oh, it's face-up. Oh, that's so terrible. I wish Shoji Joji could counter Gandiva. That would be so funny, but it doesn't. I'm so pissed it doesn't work that way. I'm sorry if you could hear that. Choose a face-up card from your opponent's bind zone and put it on the bottom of the deck. If you did not put a card, choose a card with stealth in its card name and grade equal to or less than your Vanguard from your bind zone, and you may put it into your hand. That's interesting because it allows you to tutor cards, maybe your Persona right, or is there a PG that has stealth in the name?
I am not 100% sure.
Might be, but I'm not sure if that's the case. But it basically allows you to get stuff back to your hand if you don't want to call them during the battle phase or something that are like not good beaters but good on place effects. You can get to the hand and place them next turn during the main phase or something.
It is heavy on the Counterblast, but
I don't know how much you bind your opponent's units.
You do, but you got more other cards that can do it better. You really don't need to waste a CB. You got better grade 3s. It's not a bad option, but I don't think Judge Doji would play it.
Yeah, I can see why.
Moving on. We got a new ride line to talk about. This cutie patootie that does nothing.
It does something.
Yeah, it does
50%
something.
of the time.
Yeah, pretty much. We got
So
a
we
new...
can move on to the grade 1. Okay, let's go to the grade 1.
Bruh.
They already seen the card. You put it up. There's nothing
I
to
haven't
talk
said
about.
the name yet.
Okay, it's Misty Arc Pelgilmeco.
There we go. It's a starter. We got a whole new ride line from Youthquake. Just like Silhouette, we got a Youthquake of Sokeia from the manga, from the spin-off.
Apparently, there's a third one that we haven't got.
Bro, just wait. Sell it 14.
And apparently, it's actually the fun one from what I've
Bro,
heard.
Silhouette is fun.
No. From what I've heard about the third one,
Yeah.
it sounds pretty fun.
All right, whatever. Misty Arc is the whole archetype. And now we actually get to see what it does. Because we go to the grade 1 Misty Arc Elondrana.
No.
Alondrana?
That's more like it, but better known as PARRY.
Parry the platypus.
PARRY the Platypus.
Alondrana the platypus.
Exactly.
Oh. I'm not doing that voice. I was going to try to do a doofus.
The Doverschmitz.
Yeah. Because he does this like a weird nasally. Otto Vanger. When this... Exactly.
Just don't.
Exactly.
I spare you guys. Just don't.
Anyway, Alondrana. Auto, when this unit is rode upon by a grade 2...
Drina.
Grade 2 card with Misty Arc in its card name, call this card to rearguard, so it comes out of soul. Continuous back row rearguard if your other rearguard with Misty Arc in its card name is placed by your unit's ability this turn, and your Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, your front row rearguard in the same column as this unit gets power 5k. So not bad. It basically makes a 13k booster by giving the power to the thing in front of it.
This is essentially a worse version of the Leonor grade 1 ride line.
A little bit.
No, quite a lot.
It's fine. Once we see the whole ride line, you'll see why it does this. Because we then go to Misty Arc. Wow. Lulusmanta.
Close enough.
Exactly. It's the grade 2 for the ride line.
It's a dolphin.
Pretty much, with a crown. Auto, when this unit is rode upon by grade 3 card with Misty Arc in its card name, call this card to rearguard. So basically making a combo with the grade 1, you basically get a 23k column with these two.
The grade 1 comes out when you grad this grade 2, right?
Correct.
So first the grade 1 comes out, next turn the grade 2 comes out.
Correct. So you get a 23k column.
Unless you're up against like something like Gandiva, because that...
We're not going to talk about this yet. Auto, when this unit is placed on rearguard, if you have 3 or more units with Misty Arc in its card name, you may soul charge one. Then choose one of your opponent's rearguards, and it cannot intercept until the end of turn. Excuse me. If you are not playing against something that can retire, the ride line itself guarantees this effect will always go off.
Yeah, because you have 3 units when this thing pops out.
Exactly. And if you haven't noticed the theme already, that revolves around how many units you have on board. Because then we get to the main boss unit, Misty Arc Lulusuzul.
You added extra syllables there, Philip.
Lulusuzul.
Just call it Luluzu.
Fair enough, Luluzu.
We're not Japanese people. We don't pronounce the extra U. It's just...
Well, if I read the phonetic, it's...
Yeah, but that's the Japanese phonetic.
Yeah, if
You're
I read
English.
if
You're
I,
American.
If I...
Be American. Butcher the name.
All right, cool. Lulazul.
Exactly.
There we go. Lulazul is a grade 3 that goes something along the lines of Auto. When this unit is placed on Vanguard, look at the top 7 cards of your deck. choose up to one grade 3 or less unit card from among them, call it to rearguard, and shuffle the deck.
Yeah, no.
If you have 5 or more units, your opponent chooses a card from their hand and discards it. We're going to get to that. Auto Vanguard. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, costs +1. Choose one of your rearguards with Misty Arc in its card name, return it to your hand, choose up to one card with Misty Arc in its different card name from the card returned by this effect from your hand, and call it to rearguard. So from a basic standpoint, this is a +1 to board, -1 to your opponent's hand for attacking deck. Basic standpoint.
Yeah. It's essentially a worse Kyrie.
Pretty much.
Because you're restricted in what you can do.
Yeah. So a couple of things here. One, getting the first effect off to get the discard. The only way this is going to happen is if you either called a unit during your turn 2, because the ride line comes out, that unit you called, and this calls another unit, you get to 5. Or you run grade 2 Maple.
Yeah, or grade 1 Maple during the Persona Ride.
Persona Ride, yeah. So getting 5 units, that's the way, because the ride line is going to get you 2. The Vanguard's place is going to get you a third one. So you just need to find another way to put something else on the board, either through Maple or the early game or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's a good way to get, that.
It's unlikely this will happen too often, because if you're up against just any deck that can remove 1 or 2 units, this will never activate.
So if you think best case scenario against a deck that removes, when you first ride, you can almost guarantee you're going to have it. Not a lot of decks actually have early game retire. So your ride line can potentially stay safe. Especially if you go first.
Yeah, currently that are being played. Like, I think Gendiva's the only one that can potentially retire something.
Like, if you're going second...
Eugene can.
Yeah, but if you're going second, most of the time, you're going to get retired. But if you're going first, most of the time, you're going to have a board.
Yeah, it's more likely. Otherwise, you can just call extra units if you're scared.
Exactly. Now, if you think about after that, Persona Ride, you're guaranteed 1 card on the board, and the Vanguard's 1 card. So you need to find 3 ways to put cards on the board. If you get super lucky, both grade 2 and grade 1 Maple come out, which means you just need 1 card on the board before you Persona Ride in the perfect scenario. If you don't got the grade 2 and grade 1 Maple, then you're definitely screwed if you don't have multiple units.
It's a lot harder if you're up against a retire control board.
And then the whole bounce a card, call a different card. There's more than enough Misty Arcs. We're going to talk about 3 more. So that's actually not hard.
It's not terrible that you have the restriction, but there will definitely be scenarios where you want to actually replay the same unit because of the AF.
Exactly.
Like if you miss a soul, you bounce the grade 2 of the ride line.
Oh.
You want to call it again to get another soul.
Oh, I just realized something about PARRY the Platypus.
What's about PARRY the Platypus?
You can boost the grade 2 with this, make a 23k column, bounce the grade 2, call a new Misty Arc. This is not a once per turn, nor does it have to keep standing. It will give 5k to the new unit called.
Yeah.
So honestly, he's not bad now. It's an extra 5k to whatever gets called from hand.
It's okay. Like early game, it's worse than the Leonor.
Yeah.
But late game, it can outperform.
If it stays on board.
Exactly.
Now let's talk about 3 more Misty Arcs, because that can't just run with the ride line.
Okay, how many tries did we give Philip for pronouncing this name?
We'll see.
3.
We got a grade 1 common that will definitely be ran as a 4 of in Misty Arc Usazastra. Sorry.
So close.
Usazastar.
The simplest part, the easiest part of the word you fucked up.
Yeah.
Star. No, the star is what you struggle with.
Usazastar.
Okay.
There we go. Better? Better.
Yeah.
Auto Rearguard. When this unit boosts a unit with Misty Arc in its card name, if your damage zone has 3 or more face down cards and you did not countercharge this turn, countercharge 1. The deck does CB quite a lot because we're going to see 2 more cards that are really crucial for this deck and that are CB heavy. Or at least one of them is.
No, it's Giraffe Lepros.
Bruh.
What?
You're not wrong, but bruh.
You're trying to deny that that's not the Giraffe.
You're not wrong, but bruh. We got Misty Arc Mew Merlin. Wow, I'm actually impressed with myself.
Yeah, you got that right.
Anyway, it's the grade 2 double rare for Misty Arc. That's honestly amazing because it has auto when this unit is placed on rearguard. If you have 3 or more units with Misty Arc in their card names, this unit gets power 5k, making a 15k attacker until the end of turn. Then, Soul Blast 1, choose one of your opponent's rearguards, and that unit cannot stand during your opponent's next stand phase.
That's the second card that does this.
Yes.
And keep in mind, there is the cycle card that also stuns shit.
Yup.
So this deck can be like Mega Conley.
Oh, 100%, but it's a little bit hard to pull off. Because it also has a second ability, act rearguard once per turn. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Misty Arc in its card name, bind a rearguard with Misty Arc in its different card name from this unit, and call it that card bound for this cost to rearguard. It's basically a activate on place abilities cards.
Like this is better in a sense than the Vanguard's ability, because now you can reuse the same card. You can call something from hand, use this effect, bind and call it again and get more. So the grade 2, get soul, call, bind again, get another soul.
Yeah. Or if you have something on board and you already existing, like the next card we're going to talk about, I'm going to bind it and activate it someplace, even though it's already been on board.
Yeah.
Like overall, it's just a vertical utility card, and we can see why it's a double rare.
Yeah, it's
but this is basically your best card and your plus engine in the deck. It is a grade 3 rare Misty Arc Alpiro. It's the reason it's so Canterblast heavy is because of this card, and the reason it's a plus engine is because of this card, because it's a grade 3 13k auto when this unit is placed on rearguard. If you have 3 or more units with Misty Arc in their card names, this unit gets power of 15 until the end of turn, making an 18k attacker. Then Counterblast 1, draw a card.
Yeah, so it's generic draw engine.
Yeah, but in Misty Arc, it's basically place, draw a card, bind, place, Counterblast, draw a card, or, swing, bounce, you have this in hand, call, Counterblast, draw a card. So this is your main plus engine, because the deck does not plus anywhere else.
I mean, you can run the... What
Inlet Pulse?
No, what did you call it?
Getting Wave Dragon.
Getting Wave Dragon. I mean, that could work in this deck.
You're not wrong. Overall, it's it's a good card, but it's counterblast heavy. That's why I'm said that the other grade 1 is a fucking 4 of. Because then you can just spam this and you have a counter charger. So yeah.
You can essentially get this 3 times in 1 turn.
Uh-huh.
I won't say that's good, but you can.
If you have period of Platypus in back row and you play multiple of this, when this gets played, this is a 23k attacker on its own.
Yeah, but once you bind it during the main phases, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, but during the battle phase.
Yeah. So it can be twice 23k or 33k.
Yeah, overall, not bad. I can't wait to see if this deck actually functions.
I don't think it's that good right now, but it might have
Look,
potential.
man, I left Alex to cook. We'll see how good he cooks.
My issue with this is that most of the effects are specifically tailored to the Misty Arc units. They aren't generic effects.
But hey, this is one thing I did notice. All of these rear guards just need Misty Arc rear guards.
Yeah.
So you can basically run a Misty Arc engine in any Stochea deck.
Oh, why would you do that?
Well, some of them do plus. Counterblast plus, counter charge. Hey, man.
Maybe.
It's an option. I didn't say it was good. It's an option.
Maybe.
Someone can cook something up.
Sure.
Hey, run a Misty Arc engine in Griffagira. I'm going to find ways to make that deck good. I'm going to fail multiple times, but I'm going to find a way.
In 10 years.
Anyway, read the last card we got to talk about.
Oh, this is a good card.
Oh, fuck yeah.
This is a good card.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay, so we got Magic of Colored Fires, Leralim. And this great double rare grade 1 for Keter Sanctuary, or should I say for Genesis, has the effects. Although when it's used by the regular circle, other than during the battle phase, if you have a Vanguard with only Genesis for its clan, cause Counterblast 1 and Soul 1, draw a card, choose a card from your hand, and reveal it. Call to the regular circle if it's a unit card with grade equal to or less than your Vanguard, and discard it if it isn't. So essentially it is a draw engine that you can call. This effect isn't that amazing because it's kind of overcast. It's kind of a Soul Blast to draw a card, and a call is basically draw a call.
If you talk about Minerva, no, it isn't. Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1 to plus a card on board, and then probably Soul Blast to Melissa to plus a card on board.
I mean, you can, but you much rather want to Soul Blast them during the battle phase.
Melissa's no. Chamomile's yes.
Melissa's as well.
Sometimes.
Like if you can, but overall it's fine. It has its application, but
it has a better ability.
But I think the main reason behind this card is its second effect, which is auto rearguard circle. At the end of battle, this unit boosted. If you have Vanguard with only Genesis for its clan cost, put 2 rearguards in the same column as this unit into the soul. Choose a card with only Genesis for its clan from your drop and put it into your hand. This
Recycle
is insane
Chamomiles. Recycle Chamomiles. Get my Angelicas. Get me shit. Get me Persona right. Give me everything.
You've been practicing this. Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I know this. So, this is essentially 2 Chamomiles.
The chamomile in hand is, if you put a chamomile in hand, it's kind of like, I gotta
but
find
you
a way
can
to
get
put
it in soul with other effects or whatnot.
Not from hand.
Or a most important thing is, this can grab you a Genesis in hand to discard for your Vanguard.
100%. That's the implication there. That is actually the implication there.
But the fact is, this allows you to pop out a chamomile and pop it back.
Yeah,
So
that's the better part.
So you don't even need Drilling Angel anymore to get it
No.
from the drop.
With this and the promo we got, Drilling Angel's out. I'm sorry, Drilling Angel's just got the boot.
This is really, really fucking good for a
Bro,
Genesis.
this, like you said, this puts chamomiles on your rearguard back into your soul, ready to go. Can't be retired. They're in your soul. It basically builds 2 soul, which is also the important
and it
part.
grabs you the Genesis card to discard for your Minerva.
Or if you already have a Genesis card that's coming, it grabs you any good Genesis. Angelica for multi-attack counter charge. Melissa if you really want. Cider if you need a 10k 10k guard. Like this just could grab you anything. Bro, this is a reoccurring Persona Ride card.
Yeah.
You can just grab your Persona Ride. Persona Ride.
mean,
Soul
that-
Blast.
that-
Persona Ride.
that's
Soul
where-
Blast.
that-
Persona Ride.
That's where potentially the first effect can come to play. You can Soul Blast the card you want to get back to your hand.
Exactly. Oh, Soul Blasting cards is not that hard.
No, I mean during maybe in a situation.
Bro, you have Minerva's effect, Soul Blast, one look at top card. You got Minerva's effect, Soul Blast 3 to 3 stand. Soul Blasting the cards are not hard. The fact that you can grab them back and go, bro, you can run 2 Minerva. It's not good. You still run 4. But you can legitimately run 2 Minervas, 1 in deck, 1 in ride line, and you just keep Persona riding every turn because of this card. This card is good. This card is fucking good.
The more you talk, the more I notice you've been corrupted by chaos. You don't want to play one-offs in other decks, okay?
No, you don't.
You still wanna
I said you play 4, but you could do this.
Yes.
As long as you see this card, you just keep going.
But yeah, this card is an auto 4-off include.
I do love the fact that it does go away, that it can be super abused. You have to see it to get it off. Once it goes to soul, there's no way to get it out of soul back on rearguard in Minerva. Standard. No. That cards that hit drop, unless they're Chamomile or Melissa, they're dead. You can't get them back anymore. Now with this card, you can kind of get them back in hand, but this only gets Genesis, so it can't get itself.
Fair.
So once you use it, you've used it. So if you're playing 4, you only have 4 options to use this.
I mean, 8 Chamomiles are probably more than enough to win the game.
Oh, 100%.
I think
But you never know.
enough.
But you never know. Anyway, that's been it for the leaks. Some really fucking good cards in set 11. Next week, we are going to see what Ezel finally does. And from a PV of set 11, we saw that even he is getting in order.
And Dindrain.
Dendrain's back. That's actually going to be cool. And then that's Tuesday, but also on Tuesday, we're seeing some Token Rabu. Next to Thursday, we're also seeing some Token Rabu. I know, but we got to still mention it.
You don't have to. We can just ignore it. Just have a break for the coming month.
So before we get to that part in the news section, if you're interested in any cards we just mentioned, go check out Triple Sleeve TCG. They got great deals on clan splits, cases, even singles. So go check them out. Link will be in the description. What the fuck are you doing?
Doesn't this have a promo as well? Or is it not in this video?
It's already been played. It already played. Bro, we have a whole commercial that just plays in the middle. Bruh. Anyway.
I wanted to just throw this to your face so you can immediately, but it doesn't matter.
No, we made a whole commercial that we can wash your car, your body, do taxes, all that.
Can you prove it?
Sure. Go into the shower. I'll meet you there. No, just leave it. Don't touch. Anyway, enough
You're coming to ride with me.
enough stupidity. Talking about Token Rambu. On the channel, here's the announcement for anybody that knows it. If you don't know it, you should have watched this video. Token Rambu, we're going to wait it out a bit. We're going to see how it turns out. Because for one, we need to do 10 nation fights. Yeah, we decided to do 10 because this set just introduced so much shit. Like each of the old ride lines and counter cards got support. We got 2 new ride lines. All the glitter cards got support. There's so much, and there's 5 technically budget decks that got support. So there's more than enough reason to do 10 games.
Fair.
So we need time to record those so Token Rambo can go for a bit. And then once Token Rambo is...
I thought you were going to say something else.
And then when Token Rambo is done, we'll see what happened. And then we'll potentially do 1 or 2 to 3 games of Token Rambo to just kind of, fill the gap. So yeah. Other than that in the news section, fucking History Collection's hitting shit out of the park. So History Collection
Kinda.
just dropped in Japan, right?
Yeah. For us, that's 2 days ago.
Yeah. So they already got their goodies. We're going to get them in August, but the goodies in here are basically all the things we already knew about, plus more, because all of the original 23 of the original Grade 3 GB2 effect cards.
The original Striders.
Original Striders, thank you. Oh no, 22. 22 of them.
Which is the...
Can I say they're zero arts? I'll get to that.
Tachi got one as
No. I'll get to that. Don't worry. But these got their zero arts, correct? Yeah. Basically, the 22 clans got their zero arts as SPs in History Collection. To be clear, SPs only. The normal versions will be the OG arts.
Wait, they are?
Yeah, the normal versions of the OG arts. The SPs are the only ones that are the new arts.
Sucks.
Yeah, it does, but still.
I thought they were just generic. Oh my god.
No, the OG versions are the normal rarities. The SPs are the alternate versions, the alternate arts.
Great.
Now, the 2 that didn't get him is Chrono Jet for some fucking reason.
And the reason why is because we already got it.
Yeah.
We got it as a reprint in Clan Collection.
Yeah. And...
Which sucks.
And one more nation didn't get it, or clan. Bermuda Triangle got the same art, but instead of different art, they put the mermaid text on it.
Yeah, Loris. But it's because... Wait, yeah.
Loris.
Because Loris also never got a V version.
No.
I think that's also part of it.
Yeah. So those are the 2 that didn't get the alternate arts, but Loris.
Bushi really has it out for Loris.
Well, they still brought it back, so I'm okay with it. I like the deck. But overall, yeah, that's basically it. But another thing about History that we finally got super confirmation of is that every single stride that's getting its ability changed that are on hits are definitely hitting and activating. We got the full confirmation that all the nations, all the clans and their respective force marker identities, respective gift marker identities, thank you, not force marker, respective gift marker identities are indeed making 2 of said marker on the ride of these strides.
So 2 protect, 2 excel, 2 force.
To be more specific, 2 protect 1 or 2, 2 protect, 2 excel 1 or 2, yada yada yada. To be fair, if we want to really unwind this, depending on the force deck, it's either going to be 2 or 1. Mm-hmm. Like let's take Messiah for example. I'm putting 2 force markers, 2 markers down, so my Volcos can hit you really hard. and
I'm gonna say 2 force 1, so my Malam's gonna hit you really hard.
Exactly. And then you go into protect clans, either 2 sentinels, depending on the clan, or you can put 2 protect 2 markers for Malekith and shit like that.
I think most of them are going to go for protect 1.
I think so too. But the one that's always going to go for protect 2 is excel. Because who doesn't like to stride, get 2 markers, 2 front row riggers, and draw 2 cards?
He meant excel 2.
Excel 2, thank you.
But there's one important thing you're missing.
Which is?
The unhits aren't errata in the sense that they're definitely hitting. Because from what I saw... It's essentially the Vanguard will always hit.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah.
So any effect given to the Vanguard and on-hit effect will also always hit. So Gear Chronicle has like a grade 3 on place, give a unit on hit.
If we just take a couple standard cards that people might know, Zargon that's been really popular because of Jet right now.
That will work.
It will always hit. You will always soul charge too. Another card that's really fun that doesn't see much play, but it's an interesting effect. There's a grade 2 Dragon Empire card that says, Counterblast 1, retire this unit, give the Vanguard the ability, if this Vanguard hits, countercharge 1, draw a card.
You know what I just realized? This isn't History Collection for Premium MV. This is literally Vanguard 0 the set.
Pretty much.
Because we get the alternate arts, we get units that always hit.
Yep.
Which makes sense because the 0 you cannot guard.
Yep.
So on hits will always activate. We get the crit effects from 0. We get the yield-like effect from 0. We get the Messiah-like effect from 0.
Yep.
It's literally 0 in a set.
Yep. Well, 0 died. It needs to go somewhere.
Yeah, so 0 died before this.
Yep.
I'm fine with that.
Overall, it's cool. Like, we're getting the crits, we're getting these. All right, cool. All right, cool. This set's gonna be awesome. And then the last thing I want to talk about, set 11 again. We know that Japan is getting, in set 11, alternate arts of 5 key units made by mangaka of different manga, basically different manga artists.
Yeah, there's a magazine, and then in the magazine there are 5 mangakas.
So, on screen, sorry, my audio listeners, on screen right now are the cards I mentioned. We already covered them not too long ago, but now we know exactly what those cards are. We already knew the Dragon Empire one was Forktail. Oh, I'm gonna go from right to left this time. The grade 1 is the grade 1 you were mentioning a little while ago. For Leonorn, Counterblast 1, call a card, it's a 13k attacker, or booster.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that one's the one getting. I think her name is Lilith or something of this. But basically, yeah. Counterblast 1, choose a card with equal to or less grade than your Vanguard from your drop, call it the rear guard. If you have 2 more grade 1s or less cards in your back row, it's a 13k. Not bad.
Pretty good card.
Catter got Caliber.
Which is fine. It's a weird one because I feel like he's getting a bit rotated out of the format.
He is getting rotated out, but he's still a good card nonetheless. The decks that can put him in and utilize him are still going to put him in and utilize him.
I mean, Youthwork is, I think, slowly rotating him out now.
Yeah. Minerva might still run 2 copies of just because he's a good early game engine. The new cards, honestly,
maybe.
Oh hell yeah! The new cards basically Caliber, but not much filter, but more utility.
Raw advantage.
Yeah, because you call something from hand, Caliber comes something from deck of 3.
You just draw. Oh, you draw a trigger. Fine, there's extra shield call, whatever I want to call.
And then it has an extra ability. It just makes it better than Caliber.
Then the downside of Caliber is if you see 3 triggers,
you're dead.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, so he's getting rotated out, but it's still good to have him.
It's a nice card.
Like another card that's also getting technically rotated out, but it's still good to have, is the Brain Gate one that's basically Combine Rusher.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I'm
then
really fanboying about the next one. I'm gonna take it.
Yeah,
it's Greedon.
It's fucking Greed. Not Greedon Mass. Let me get it. Not Greedon Mass. OG fucking Greedon. Bruh. Not a bad news.
We're most definitely not going to get these in English version. The reason why I'm speculating that that's the case is because these are, of course, in the Japanese magazine, and that means there's most likely copyright situations handling with these artworks. So there's a high likely chance we're not going to get these cards in the English version. So keep that in mind. There might be, but also might be not.
Bushy, I know I ask a lot of this sometimes. Please figure out how to get this Greedon. Please.
Get close to the camera. Yeah.
No, man. I'm not. My legs fell asleep. Bring it back. Please find a way to put this in.
Zoom in your face.
Please.
Okay, zoom out. Okay, so what's the next part?
That's it.
Oh, that's it.
Unless you got anything to mention. That's it.
We have a 1 month break.
We basically have a month break. We got more grind to do. But other than that, it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, that's about it. We're gonna end this episode here before it goes way too long because I have no clue how long we've been going for. If you liked the episode, please leave a like, share it with your friends, comment down below what you think Hazel's gonna do, what you think of the current support, what you think of Cell 11, honestly, because it's been a good set.
I'm gonna do a wild guess.
What?
And this is probably gonna blow your mind.
Jump right.
I think Ezel
Jump right.
is going to Superior Right.
Jump right.
But more importantly, he will activate Persona Right.
0, got it. Anywho, if you like what we do here, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell to get notified. Maybe even become a member to get some awesome perks. And follow us on all the socials. But with all that being said, thank you for being another guest again.
It's basically my channel at this point.
If you like, all that. I've been Philip.
And I've been Eric.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Ow, my ears, bruh.
Bro, you have nothing to complain about your ears, okay? Jesus Christ, the whole fucking weekend you've been blowing everybody's ears out. Oh my god, the audacity of this person. Not the program, you.